Okay, so VTOL VR mods. If you've seen some of my more recent VTOL VR videos, you've noticed that we've been using some mods. I've used things such as the F16, the B11, and with this most recent video that's coming out alongside this one, the A10, along with F15, SU27, and several other things. But some people have been asking how you do that. Now, I do all of it through Steam, so it just makes it very easy. So first thing, you'll need to make sure that you actually have VTOL VR. You do need the base game for that. Then go to the Store tab and type in VTOL VR mod loader. And you're going to go ahead and download this. Now, it is completely free. I already have it downloaded, as you can see. So once you have it downloaded, if you come to your library and click on it, you'll see this tab here that says Workshop. And this is where you actually download the mods from. For the sake of this video, I'll be using the F16 and the A10 just kind of as examples. So you would come up here to the search. Let's say you want the F16, type in F16, click on it here, and you'll want to click the subscribe button. Now, I already have the F16, which is why it already says that, but you'll notice it also says there's a required item, which is the external fuel tank refuel. Just go ahead and download that as well, and download whatever else you want. So let's say we also want the A10, and subscribe. Now, before you launch, one of the things I do recommend is actually going back to the regular VTOL VR and going to the workshop there and looking for some maps. Because of the fact that you're using modded airplanes, it means that sometimes they're not going to show up in some of the pre-made maps, like maps that don't use the mods. So if you type in, let's say we use the F16, so let's say we type in F16, you'll see here's some multiplayer missions. I have a couple of these downloaded. Just go ahead and do the same thing, click subscribe, and you'll be able to access these in-game, and that way you know for sure that the planes will actually be there in-game. Okay, so once you have all the mods that you want, we're going to go back to the VTOL VR mod loader, and you're actually going to click play on the mod loader. So once you click play, you're going to see this screen, and this is just essentially showing you all the mods that you currently have downloaded. So you can see I have a bunch, but once again, for the sake of this video, we're only going to be doing these three. So remember, we got the F16, the A10, and along with the F16 came this external fuel tank refuel. Now, to make sure you have it loaded, you're going to click the rocket ship icon over here. If it's green, that means you have it selected. If it's grayed out, that means you do not have it selected. And then you go ahead and click play. If you're already in VR, you can also access this screen by pressing play on your computer, select things on and off from VR. So one little thing is if you're ever in game, you can actually access the mods down at the bottom left. This is also a good way to verify that it actually worked if you see that mod selection tool there. We have the A10 enabled, so we have the option to disable it, but then we don't have the MiG-21 enabled, so therefore we'd be able to load it in-game. So one of the things special about this is if you are playing modded, anybody else that you want to play with also has to be playing modded. You'll get this screen that pops up in multiplayer that's just telling you, hey, you're only going to be able to join and host modded servers. So now to host the game, just click host game. Select your mission. Let's do one that we know for sure has some of the modded aircraft, like this one has both the F-16 and the A-10. Select that one. And I only want it to be my friends, so we're going to set friends only. So now in lobby, we can see that we have selections of the A-10 and the F-16, both the aircraft that we wanted. In order for your friends to join, all they have to do is either go on Steam and join you through their friends list, or just use the lobby code, which is right here, and they just enter that in the multiplayer screen. So hopefully this has been useful. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer each of them as quickly as I can.